Everyone, and welcome to week 7. This week you have a research paper that's due by the end of the week. You also need to start preparing for your final exam. And I'm going to go over both of those today, so let me go into student mode. All right, so first let's discuss the final research paper. Hopefully all of you have been working on it all throughout the semester. I should have your thesis in your outline. I should have your annotated bibliography. Now note that you can change your thesis at any point. I do not take a record of your thesis statement. I just note that you've completed the 2 assignments. For your final version of your essay, make sure that it's 7 to 10 pages long. Don't adjust the syllabus. Don't adjust your formatting to reach this 7-page requirement, because I will just fix your formatting for you and then take off formatting points and include the length deduction as well. So make sure that you don't try to mess around with the formatting. Make sure that it is actually 7 to 10 pages. You do not get bonus points if you write 10 pages. If you reach 7 pages, that I will be happy. I do expect that you have 7 to 8 sources. These sources can come from books and periodicals. Okay, I do prefer scholarly sources, but looking at the guide here, it does say that you can use periodicals, so I will allow newspapers. Okay, my preference would be peer-reviewed journals and scholarly sources, but I do not want to see any master plots, schmoop, spark notes, or anything like that in your essay. Okay? I do check to see if you've actually used those sources in your work, and I want to make sure that you source these works appropriately using MLA documentation. Do not plagiarize. Note this, plagiarism is a serious offense and will result in an F for the course. I do award Fs for plagiarism. Don't do it. If you are stressed, message me. There might be a late point deduction because you're handing in your final assignment late, but believe me, you would rather have that late deduction than an F in the course for plagiarism. If you feel like you can't meet the page requirement, then hand in what you have. You would rather have the deduction for length than an F for plagiarism. Do not plagiarize your essay. Okay? Now, I just wanted to make sure my volume was up so you can hear my discussion of plagiarism and my concerns about plagiarism. Now, if you are paraphrasing something, as a reminder, change every single word of the original quotation. Otherwise, SafeAssign will pick it up as plagiarism. Okay? When in doubt, cite. When in doubt, use quotations. Note that with the final version of your essay, I do want to see the outline and the works cited page, but I do not expect the annotations to be included, and I prefer them not be included. The works cited and outline are not included in the page count. Okay? Avoid you, I, me, we, and us. Write the essay in third person. All right? Enough for that. Now, on to the final exam. Let's look at this week's announcement. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right. There's a little bit here about the final exam. You'll be questioned about all of the terminology from the course, including poetry, novel, dramatic, and short story terminology. So review all of those vocabulary terms. Also, in the multiple choice section, you will also be quizzed again about the short stories. The questions are focused on the short stories, not on Fahrenheit 451. Okay? Do not use Fahrenheit 451 as an answer. You will not get any points for that. I want to see the short story titles. Okay? Now, with the midterm, I noticed a lot of you were spending a ton of time on the short story vocabulary, and you found yourself without any time for the final exam. This is why it's important for you to research, to read through the vocabulary and kind of memorize the vocabulary before you take that exam, because you're going to find yourself without any time to complete the final answer essay question, and that's actually worth more than the final. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the lesson for the the lesson for the plays. Now, with the plays, you're required to read two plays for the final exam. It needs to be a tragedy and a comedy. Here are the comedies. Okay, there's only 3 of them, and they're super short. So, as long as you read one of these and then one of these, you'll do fine. These will not work for the essay questions about tragedy, okay? And they will also not work about essay questions that maybe discuss structure. These will only work for the comedy questions, okay? Now, if you want, you can also probably adjust maybe a Doll's House into a comedy, but really these are the best comedies to use for the final exam. Okay, so make sure you read 2 plays. If you don't, you're going to have a difficult time understanding the final exam. You also need to make sure you review the terminology, the drama terms. So let's see if we have them here. Here are the drama terms. Pull them up. Make sure you understand what these terms are before you start the final, because they're not only used in the multiple choice questions, you'll be using them in your final essay, and I do check for that. All right, that's about it, but if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be happy to assist you. I'm online all the time. I don't mind getting messages, I truly don't, and I am available to help you with this final essay research paper. When you have questions about it, you just need to ask me. I'd be more than happy to help you with it, more than happy to take a look at a paragraph, more than happy to take a look at your works cited list. I know it's worth a lot of points. I know it's a lot of work, but I know you can handle it because you are a smart group of students, and I've been impressed with your work this semester. So good luck. Message me when you have any questions or concerns, and I hope you have a great week.